Today, we're going to revisit some of the most emotional events in football history.
Helicopter's just crashed next to the stadium.
I'm literally getting goosebumps.
From tragedies off the pitch to emotional goodbyes, and from heartbreaking losses to inspiring comebacks, these stories will show you just how powerful football. The most touching moments in recent football history came from Manchester City. Among their youngest fans was a 6-year-old girl named Millie Rose, who loved the team with all her heart, especially her favorite player, Phil Foden. Sadly, Millie's life was cut short after she suddenly fell gravely ill, doctors discovered. She was suffering from a severe infection that caused her organs to shut down, and despite their efforts, she could not be saved. The heartbreaking news devastated not only her family, but also Manchester City as a club. To honor her memory, City dedicated their next game to her. In the 6th minute of the match, fans and players joined together in a powerful round of applause that echoed across the stadium. The most emotional part of the day, however, came when Phil Foden scored a stunning goal.
Keeps on coming in, keeps on coming. That is a brilliant goal. One of the best of the season. Phil Foden drifted in from the right-hand side.
Instead of celebrating, for himself, he pointed to the sky and kissed his hands, silently dedicating the goal to Millie. After the match, he posted pictures of the celebration with a message for millions to see. That one was for you, Millie Rose. It was a beautiful reminder of how deeply football connects players to their fans, perhaps one of the darkest days in football history came in 2018, when tragedy struck Leicester City. After a routine match at the King Power Stadium, a helicopter carrying club owner Vichai Srivaddhanaprabhu lifted off. Within minutes, disaster struck.
BBC has been told the owner of Leicester City Football Club was on board the helicopter that crashed and burst into flames just minutes after taking off from the King Power Stadium last night.
A mechanical failure caused the helicopter to spin out of control and crash just outside the stadium. Everyone on board, including Vichai, to members of his staff, and to pilots, was killed instantly. The tragedy shocked the football world. Vichai wasn't just an owner, he was loved by the fans and the community for his generosity and kindness. Thousands of supporters laid flowers, shirts, and tributes outside the stadium. Leicester's players, including Jamie Vardy, were visibly shaken. Many broke down in tears as they left flowers at the growing memorial. At their next game, the club paid tribute with banners, a powerful moment of silence, and a video tribute that left the crowd in tears. When Demarai Gray scored, he lifted his shirt to reveal a message honoring Vichai. That goal and Leicester's victory gave the fans something to hold onto in the middle of their grief. Later, the team flew to Bangkok for Vichai's funeral, standing side by side with his family. It showed that football is more than just competition, it's about family, respect, and shared humanity. Few moments in football have been as universally emotional as Lionel Messi's farewell from Barcelona in 2021 after nearly 2 decades. At the club, Messi announced that he was being forced to leave due to financial complications. During his farewell press conference, he broke down before even starting to speak. Tears streamed down his face as he tried to thank the fans, his teammates, and the club that had been his home since childhood. His wife handed him tissues, but even then, he could barely contain his emotions. The image of Messi crying in front of the world captured just how much Barcelona meant to him. For fans, it felt like the end of an era. Social media flooded with tributes, and millions around the world cried with him. Strangely, the tissue Messi used became a bizarre story of its own, as someone claimed to have collected it and listed it for sale online for $1 million. While that detail was strange, the real significance was seeing one of the greatest footballers of all time show his human side. Even legends aren't immune to heartbreak. While many emotional football moments happen on the pitch, some take place far from it. In December 2023, Jack Grealish, star of Manchester City, was targeted by criminals. Grealish had often been seen with luxury watches and had recently purchased a massive mansion. Criminals used leaked blueprints to plan a robbery while he was Away playing against Everton. As Grealish battled on the pitch, thieves broke into his home, stole his entire watch collection worth over $1 million and escaped. Police rushed to the scene. Helicopters searched the area, but the criminals vanished without a trace. The incident left Grealish devastated. In an emotional Instagram post, he admitted it had been a traumatic experience for him and his family. Despite achieving so much in football that year, he confessed that the burglary had overshadowed his success. His message showed fans that no matter how famous or successful players are, they still face struggles like anyone else. Today, Kevin De Bruyne is known as one of the best midfielders in the world, but his journey wasn't easy. At just 14 years old, Kevin left his parents' home in Belgium to pursue his dream. He lived with foster families so he could be closer to professional academies, but because of his quiet and shy nature, one foster family rejected him. They told him he was too difficult and didn't want him back. The rejection broke Kevin's heart.
Well, I moved away from my parents when I was 14. First year I was in that big school where you sleep overnight with every people, and then luckily the second year I went to foster parents. I thought everything went alright. In the end of the year, I'm fine. People never had to go to school for problems, discipline, I'm fine. The year is over. I say goodbye to the foster parents. I come home and my parents were like sad, crying, and I'm like, what's wrong? The foster parents don't want you to come back anymore. I'm like, why? Because of who you are. I'm like, what? Yeah, you're difficult to handle, you're very quiet. The kids who were there, it's very difficult to interact. They just find you difficult. Yeah, it's not nice to hear because in the end, I'm just a quiet person, shy person, and that's been given to me as difficult. So in the end, you're like, I was going to my last year of school, so turning 17, and I was going to the second team of Genk. And I said to my parents, in two months' time, I will be in the first team. And after 1 month of preparation, I'm in the first team. Conversation, I think, beginning of the season, somewhere in August, with the mother. The mother came there because obviously she had the other people coming there. And she started to explain, yeah, but we wanted you to go to the boarding school and then in the weekend you can come. And I just said at that time, I'm like, you don't want me, I don't care. I don't care about you guys anymore. You know, I was nice to you. You didn't have the decency to say it. I'm 17 years old, I will say it to your face, I don't like you anymore.
But instead of giving up, he decided to use it as fuel. By the age of 17, he was playing for Genk's first team. From there, his rise was unstoppable, eventually leading him to Manchester City, where he became a global superstar. De Bruyne's story is a reminder that even the most painful rejections can become powerful motivation to achieve greatness. If there's one player known for his strength, confidence, and larger-than-life personality, it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But even Zlatan, one of football's toughest men, couldn't hold back tears during his farewell at AC Milan. Zlatan had given his all to the club. On the pitch, he scored unforgettable goals and led Milan to trophies. Off the pitch, he supported the community, donating large sums to hospitals and charity causes. Over the years, he became more than just a player, he became a symbol for the fans. When the time came to say goodbye, Milan organized a heartfelt tribute at the San Siro. As Zlatan walked out onto the pitch for the last time, fans filled the stadium with banners, songs, and applause. His teammates presented him with a signed jersey, and the atmosphere was electric with emotion. Finally, Zlatan broke down in tears as he thanked the fans. The image of one of football's most fearless warriors crying became one of the most powerful farewells in football history. Football is called the beautiful game for many reasons, but these emotional stories prove why it truly holds that title. It's not just about victories, records, or trophies. It's about fans like Millie Rose, whose spirit lives on through the team she loved. It's about owners like Vishay, who gave everything to their club and were remembered like family. It's about legends like Messi and Zlatan, who showed the world that even the strongest and greatest players have human hearts. These moments remind us that football isn't just a sport, it's an emotional journey that unites millions around the world. So, which of these moments touched you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that prove football is more than just a game, it's a way of life.